Hey guys, it's me, Plastic Sims. I'm back and I'm better. And today I'm showing you guys how to make custom content. Specifically clothing custom content because I think it's been like a year now since my last tutorial. And I just wanted to come back with some updated tips and some new tricks and everything. So I guess I'm gonna start by saying from my last tutorial, I think the Marvelous Designer link had got taken down. So to cut I guess all the confusion out, I made a folder for you guys. And basically this folder is going to have everything you need minus this folder because this is the top that we're going to be making. But it's going to have templates, it's going to have the Marvelous Designer avatar, and it's going to have Marvelous Designer itself. And it's going to come with the actual video and the crack and not the powder, but the I guess how to make it free because you do have to pay for Marvelous Designer. And I know I did not pay for Marvelous Designer. This is the latest one, I think. This Marvelous Designer 9 because, we have to stay updated. And I'm also using Adobe Photoshop 2020. But I know some people don't know how to use Adobe, and I know people like to use GIMP. So I think y'all can do that. Like you can pick what you want to edit your textures on. But I guess we could hop right in. The first step that you want to do, I'm just gonna get rid of plastic really fast. Um, Basically, after you download Marvelous Designer, you also need to get Sims for Studio, and I'm also gonna have that in the folder. Um, Firstly, I think every creator should be very organized because if you're not organized, you're gonna be confused and lost. Right now, my desktop's a mess, but we're not gonna talk about that. But basically, I just organize my stuff with folders. So, for instance, whenever I work on something, I always have folders in special places or whatever. But I'll just be organized because it'll get confusing. But I guess the first step is you want to make a folder. Let me find it. You want to make a folder, and I always try to find reference pictures because it'll just be easier instead of going back and forth to the website or wherever. And this is the top that we're going to be making. This one right here. This one. And it looks pretty simple, but what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to get as much detail as we can in Marvelous Designer. Then we're gonna try to in Blender we're gonna do some other stuff. But this looks like a basic regular long sleeve, and I feel like with every new program you learn, you should always go to YouTube and look up videos on how to work it, like the hotkeys, even with Blender, especially with Blender. I feel like every new creator, their biggest problem is always Blender. And now, I guess 2 years later, I finally have Blender under my belt, and it's honestly, you need to make Blender your bitch because once you make Blender your bitch, everything will be, I guess, more easier. So you just want to find an avatar, or you want to open the avatar that's in the folder, and she's gonna come like this. If you have your own personal skin, you can add it on just by clicking on it. Let's go. Okay, clicking on it, and then just go down here and apply it. But yeah, so Marvelous Designer is like an actual this is where the fashion happens. This is where your basic template is. And this is why you need reference pictures so you can click back and forth so it will be easier. So like I said, it was like a basic long sleeve. So I'm just gonna, and also a few things that you do need. If you're on a laptop, please get a mouse. I've heard of people trying to create or use Blender with their regular mouse thingy mabob on their keyboard. Don't do that because no. like it's so much harder, and I feel like the mouse is more persistent and you can use it more effectively. But yeah, so I guess what I just did, I was in the polygon tool, and you basically just want to try to, the avatar is a good, like, I guess base, because you could just like try to trace it to get like whatever you're looking for. And if it's a dress, you can just click it longer or whatever. And another thing, YouTube is going to be your BFF when creating. Go to YouTube, Google, the answers are on there. Sims4studios.com. If you go to that little space bar, everything that you're going through, someone has already went through it. So just go there. The tips you need is there. Let's say you want to make a puffer jacket and don't know how to do it. Go to YouTube, Marvelous Designer Puffer Jacket. They will have it there. If you need to learn how to make a hoodie, Marvelous Designer Hoodie. There's so many options on learning. Or, yeah, whatever. But right now, I'm just gonna curve out these whatchamacallits. I don't really like that. And another thing, I know a lot of people. I know this is a tutorial, and I want to get everything out effectively. But guys, do not rush your meshes. If you rush a mesh, it will look rushed. So I advise you take your time on your meshes because this is, you're making the base. This is whatever you put out there, that's what it's going to look like. So take the time to like make it look good. um okay, that's pretty much good. So I'm just gonna do that. Then I'm gonna go up here. That's another thing. um I suggest you, before you even start this tutorial, click all the links down below. Um, Learn the hotkeys for Blender. I'm also going to tell you things along the way, especially for Blender. To me, Marvelous Designer is pretty explanatory. But if you do have like any more troubles, just go to YouTube, your best friend. But yeah. Um, so yeah. So okay. So the shirt does have like little lines on it. So it's another tool right here, the internal polygon, and you can just try to click on, well, I'm gonna have to wait till we get the like actual thing on the body. So we can do that part last. So I just control C, control V to copy and paste. And then go up here. Oop, delete curve line. Go up here. Right here is basically where you make curves. Um, and I know a lot of people, if you want high definition meshes, you just have to go over here to particle distance. Basically, particle distance, what it does is, um, so basically, these little like triangles are called vertex, and the particle distance is basically how far apart they are. So if I do 10, it'll get smaller. If I do like 30, it'll get bigger. If I do 5, it'll get like hella small. So you don't want to like do that unless you want it. I just keep mines at 10, and then I just go down to miscellaneous and go to quad, and then purd. That's basically how I do that. That's how I get most of my meshes very smooth, and yeah. So just flip horizon. And the my favorite part about these avatars, they have like these little alignments. So these come in handy when you're doing like things like sleeves. And I remember when I was like trying to make tops in the beginning of like, I guess when I was creating, um, I would like try to keep everything together again. So let's try to look at like a regular top for instance. That regular top isn't like sewn all together. It has parts. So even if you want to, I know like when like actual sewers or like fashion designers, they have like patterns. You can look up patterns and if you right click right here and add background image, I think you can even do that if you want to do that, if you want to get something very specific. But other than that, just go by your imagination. I feel like with Marvelous Designer, you can just like fuck around with it and get something cool, like if you want. But yeah, so this is like a little bit too skinny for me, so I'm gonna bring it out and like drag it down. And I like to have the numbers because I like everything to at least try to be equal. I'm not like a perfectionist. I am a little bit OCD, but like I'm not like that crazy. So I'm just gonna unfold. So usually I would try to like rotate it as much as possible and then like simulate it and then try to sew it, but like it'll always fuck up. But this kind of helps because it kind of cheats and it'll like curve it to where it'll still like, you know, work. Mm. So I'm just gonna control CV. So after that, sewing, the one thing I do love about Marvelous Designer 9, when I was first starting out, they did not have this. Like, you cannot sew in a 3D panel. And this is very, very helpful for new beginners because, trust me, I was there in the beginnings. Like, Marvelous Designer will piss you off. It will. Um, but I like to do it over here because it's very quicker and I don't know. So you can either do it that way or like I'm just doing it manually. Mm, oops, I think I messed that up. Okay, so we're basically done with that. We just have to go correct the vertex for this because every time you make a new pattern, it'll like reset. So 10 um quad. And another thing I do, I like to so when we're in Sims, a lot of people ask me, "Well, why does your clothes have holes in it, such and such?" If you use sliders or like presets, anything like that, that will affect the shape of like the mesh or the clothes. So one way you could fix it, you can go over here to like add thickness, and I just change it to like 3.5. And basically when we like simulate it, it'll like add space to like the body. I'll show you 1 second. Oh, okay. This is fixable. So yeah, I don't want to redo that. Um yeah, let's try that. Okay, Miss Girl. So if you click up here on Fabric, and go down here to like physical property and click preset, they have all these different, I guess like texture, what you call it? So if you want like a silk cashmere, it'll be like silk. So I'm just gonna change it to silk so it can be easier to like get it through the body. Alright. The actual top has like some long sleeves. So, okay girl, what's going on? Yeah, I don't like that. I think I want it like, yeah, no, cause shit. Well, shit. Hold on, guys. I think this is basically, I guess this part is like done. I'm gonna like I'm gonna speed this part up so the video won't be as long. So you can just watch me as I like mold it, or not mold it, but like form it. So yeah, see you later.
I love it when you eat it. I love it when you eat it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. eat it. I love it when you eat it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. I love it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. I love it when you eat it. I love it when you eat it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. I love it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. I love it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. I love it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. I love it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. I love it. I love it when you eat it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. I love it. I love it when you eat it. I love it. I love it when you eat it. I love it when you eat it.
Okay, guys, so the mesh is it's basically done to me. And as you can see, it's moving kind of laggy, so that probably means that it has like a lot of vertex. And we can find out if it does up here. Um, is there a ruffle right here? Okay, I need the, hold on. Okay, guys, so I got it down to like how I wanted it, and it looks alright to me. I still need to go in and make this a little bit longer. I'm also gonna have like, I guess like the skipping notes, because I know I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna try to define each section as much as possible, because I don't want you guys confused at all. That's a little bit too long for me. Okay, guys, so basically, when you're done with that, you just want to go over here to File, Export, OBJ, go to the folder where you have it at. I usually, so if you want the avatar, you can select it, but just click, um, just make sure this one's checked. You want to make sure it's on unweld. You want to make sure it says this. Make sure this is blank. Usually it'll have this as default, but just click it down to M, and do not touch any of this, because I know some people have sent me like pictures of like their mesh on the floor. I don't know how to do that. I know it happened to me once, and I uninstalled Marvelous Designer completely. So yeah, and then just click OK. Now you want to open Sims 4 Studio. Um, so you should type in your creator name. You want to go down here, make sure it says create 3D mesh, cast. I just look up nude. Um, then I save it as nude one more time. Um, okay. So just export it again. Nude. So this process is basically the same for like full body and bottom. Just instead of full body doesn't have one that's named nude. So you're gonna have to like use a one that like doesn't have any like clothing mesh, so like a swimsuit, something like that. Um, Now you just want to open it. Um, okay, Blender. This is my usual setup. On your keyboard, I know you have like the row numbers and then like the little number pad. So click 5 on your number pad and it's gonna put you in optical view. I think that's what it's called. And I just stay right here. And then I go over here to this side and I name it nude. Hey Alexa, skip this song. So yeah. So that's basically that part. So if you want to like do what I'm doing right here, just hold down shift. Clicking 4 will rotate it. Clicking 6 will rotate it. Clicking 8 will do something. So basically the arrows on there, it's basically the same. So just use it. And you want to go over here to import OBJ top. So I like being in solid because I like to see like the actual mesh. So it's really simple. And all I'm gonna really do is, so some people ask me, why when I turn to one angle the mesh disappears. That's because you guys don't flip your normals. So basically, um, when you go in edit view, so basically this little triangle, you can either click tab or you can click this. And if you don't have anything selected, basically all I'm doing is clicking A to select it all. If you don't have it selected, you're not going to see the UV. So what you have to do is you have to click this first box and yeah. So just click A, click I think it's Control D, and then click escape and then go down here to flip direction and it'll flip the direction. Basically, it'll double in size. So if you see up here vertex, if we delete it, it it went down to 13. So right now it's like 26. So if we have it all selected, it's like 26,000 vertex. So that's not bad. Now, I've been like sculpting more, so I like high vertex meshes, but the only downside about that is it will like it'll lag your game a lot. It will definitely. So, basically once you do have that done, you just want to name it top or whatever. Go over here to this little triangle. Go down to UV maps. You want to scroll down. Basically, I just name it. Make sure everything's lowercase. UV underscore 0. Click the plus. Oops. UV underscore 1. So now we have to go get an example mesh. So it's basically the same thing as getting a nude. But you don't have to look up example. You just have to find something that's similar to the what you call it. But I like using this. So you just want to name an example. Okay, so once that's done, you can also control the like texture views right here. You can also control edit mode, stuff like that. But go up here to file, go to append, example, object, this one. And the same thing for full body and body. If it has more than one Sims for Studio, make sure you click all of them, and it'll load separately. Basically, what I just did, I deleted ring 01 because we don't need it. I deleted bone bone because we don't need the hell. And if you have more than one Sims for Studio, you just want to hold down Shift and click all of them, and then go over here to edit and just click join. But in this case, we only have one, so just name it example. Now it's time for the data transfer. Um, so you want to make sure that let's hide this. Your example would be here. So just make sure that it's the eyes one. You want to click on it, then hold down Shift and click on top or whatever your mesh is. Click on data transfer, um, face corner data, and then nearest face. And then you just want to go to UVs. Go up here, make sure examples clicked on. And if you preloaded a texture, it'll like mess up right here. When you change it to UV 1, it'll mess up. And then you have to change it to UV 1. And then just click apply. So you want to go to here. If you did it right, it should look like this. And that's it. And I just go over here to the triangle, click 0. Make sure everything's like that. And now we have to delete the nude. So basically once we join these together, we have to place this on the UV map. And an easy way to do that, I just click all, go to Z, and go to faces. So you can still kind of see it. You also go over here. So after that's done, to make sure you did everything right, I also go in a second time. I'm gonna show you guys 1 second. Okay, so that looks really good. So you just want to click X. Um, I always click faces. And now we have to join these two together. So make sure you left click top, and then hold down Shift and left click it again and click join. So now you just want to go to those templates that I gave you guys. So basically it's gonna have a bottom template, full body template, top template. This is like the full template if you want to do like hats, hairs, and then this is just one I combine with tops, bottoms, and shoes. So today we're only gonna be using like the top one. Excuse me. Um, did I just? Anyways, so I clicked B and then I held down my middle key on my mouse that you need, um, and just unselected it. And I'm gonna hold down S, X, and then I'm gonna click that 2, and that's gonna like normalize everything. So, shout out to Sims for giving us this bullshit ass UV map. I just want to say it's highly disrespectful to us creators and future creators because it just proves more that Sims does not give a shit about us. So yeah, um, I like to rotate my meshes. Basically, I do anything to get the best. Excuse me. I do the best to get like. How am I trying to say this? I do anything to get the best texture. So if you gotta rotate that bitch, rotate it. Because again, Sims you fucked up for that. And I'm gonna show you why I love Photoshop deeply because it's just a lifesaver. Literally. It's a freaking lifesaver. What the shit? So that's basically it. I don't really like. It'll have to do. What the fuck? I guess. Okay. That's basically it. So, yeah. Um, now you just want to save it. Oh my god, guys. Make sure after the data transfer and you delete the new messages. Oh, dyslexic. Meshes. Make sure you do not include example because I don't know what it does, but like I don't want it to like mess up. I just know sometimes I accidentally click it and like yeah, and I would have to like redo it. So like don't do that. So you just want to save it. Now, also this is another thing. Downloading the blenders. I use Blender 2.79 to do like I guess the actual meshing part, but weights and like the vertex paint, I do that all in Sims. Blender 2.70, and that one's like hella bright, and I hate that one. I don't know why it's so bright. I just felt the need to say that. Yeah. So, oh, and you also want to save, um, when you download Sims for Studio, this one would download automatically. And if you try to download this one, it'll like interfere and like mess up. So when you download it, just try to download it as a zip and refer to it as on your desktop, because it will get like confused. And like, I know sometimes when you're importing the mesh, it'll like make this pop up that at first I did not know how to like get around it. I would just be like fucked. So yeah. Um I hope that wasn't unnecessary. I just feel dumb now. But anyways, you wanna go to open. Okay. So basically you wanna turn on the eye. You wanna click on example, click on nude. I like to click Z and then go to weight paint. And then click this little plus and go down till you see transfer weights. And then to make sure you did it, we can delete this now. To make sure you did it right, go over here to this little triangle and go to vertex groups. Pelvis, spinal. Okay, so it looks pretty good. After that, you want to do vertex paint. And then set. And baby girl, you're done. You did that. Purred. So we're not, the hard part is basically done. My favorite part is the texturing, because yeah. And to make sure you like did everything right, you can unhide the ring and make sure this little mouse is on. And you can click like on a joint, and then to make sure you did it right. So you see she's doing the Nene Queen. And then let's see. Let me go in this view. So if she tries to put her hands down, Queen. And then let's see. When she's trying to bend it over, Queen. Okay. Yes, that looks good. So my least favorite part is importing the mesh, because girl, I want that shit to be instant. But this is why I like to stay away from high vertex meshes, because that hoe will take forever. Okay, I just did that. But yeah, so try to have it as low as possible. So you just want to refer back, click the new, click open, and I like to say right here, click delete hemisphere. Okay. So one of these views, it lets you like select it, cause bitch I'm lazy, and yeah. So if you go to like this third one and just hold down shift and L, um it'll like let you select it instead of using like this to like select it as all. But since we did flip it, I know when people try to bake it and it like has black spots everywhere. I didn't learn this till like freaking 7 months ago, and you have to delete everything. So I just hold down L L L L L L L L. Just keep doing that. Now, so if we get out of edit mode, it'll look like this is basically what flipping what you call it does. So to fix that, just click that, click A on your keyboard and click flip direction and purred. So now it's baking. And the templates are a good area to do because it's the right size. So just click 4 pixels and then click normalize and make sure you're on this one and just click bake and it'll render. I'm so sorry for this long video, but like I wanted to cover every note. Okay, so I really hate this texture. It looks really shitty, but it has potential, girl. So save image as, I just save it as UV1. And then a little trick that I do, don't tell the girlies that I told you, but you want to go over here, you want to click this, go to subdivision surface, and basically what this does is it increases the freaks. I'm saying freaks because I'm probably going to get demonetized, but I'm saying freaks because it'll increase this like a lot. So if you want, let me see, two, ooh, okay, that looks good. We're just gonna stay at 2. Now we're gonna do 3. Because 3 is my lucky number. And you don't even have to apply it. Because if you apply it, your computer's gonna break. And if you don't have a good computer, try to stay with 1. 1's still good. I just want to make sure everything's pretty. So you just want to bake it again. And what this will do is, it'll make your UV hella smooth. Look at that, guys. Do you see? You see how like they added like that little bit of detail to me? Shit like that. It just makes my heart warm. I don't know if like I'm like a loser for that, but like, heard. So save it as YouTube, and then now this is where like the goodies come in. So we're basically done with that. This is still taking a while, so we're just gonna look at her. You can X out all of this. You can even X out of this. So now. So I like to go to Google and whatever I'm making, I think that top has like a nylon type texture. So when I've been making a few things, but I think I have a nylon texture somewhere. Let me find it really fast. Okay, boom, here it is. So I just go over here. You want to go to where you saved it. Then I overlap it. Hey Alexa, play SZA Control. Okay. So the reason why we had to overlay it, because if you can kind of see, when you do the subdivision, it'll like separate it and like it'll, I don't know, just do what I said. So it'll like, oh my god, that sounded so like aggressive, but you know what I mean. Like, just follow it. So like everything could be perfect for you. So sometimes I don't like having like it super dark under it because it looks like they haven't took a bath in forever. So I just go under and I go to dodge and I line it. This is why I tell everyone whenever you're like learning anything new, go to YouTube. YouTube's your BFF, girl. And also, if you have like a hard time doing it, they have this rotate tool. So like, if you hold down shift, heard sideways where? Sideways who? And then I go down here to burn, and then nope, too noticeable. We don't do that. So now this part. I don't really like this because I already know it'll look weird. So I'm just gonna merge these and I'm gonna double click. I'm gonna go over here to cover color overlay. I think the first one was like a cute Barbie pink. So yeah. Okay, I don't like that. And then I'm just gonna add like a bevel. And so now the texture we got. So I like to kind of have realistic textures. So let's see if you're done. You're still not done. Okay, girl. Okay, Miss Thing. Um, so that looks good. So I'm just gonna duplicate it. hmm Guys, if I get copyrighted and this video gets taken down, I'm like super sorry. I don't think you can hear the music though. So we're almost done. I'm gonna keep checking this switch. Oh, um, still not done. Okay. And you're like, what's going on? But once we apply the clipping mask, whatever, girl. Um, go over here. I just call it. Um, I want to sharpen it. Per. too light. Well, we could do that. Aha. Look at God. Look how God ate that. Okay. So I kind of want this lighter. Mm. Okay, let's see how it looks. I'm gonna speed this part up, guys, so when it loads, I'll come right back. Okay, guys, so these are the last steps of the tutorial. So we're just gonna see what it looks like. Hopefully it looks good. Okay. All right. Um, I think I'm gonna have to like go back in Blender and like edit it. And the texture. I'm not even gonna talk about the texture. Y'all know what's up. Sims, when I see us on site, you know what's up. Um, yeah. I'm gonna definitely go in. This is why, like, I don't know. Yeah. So, this is my best work. This isn't my best work, but it's not. Yeah. Anyways, so whatever you choose to do, whatever you do, just make sure that you believe in your heart, hey, this is my work, girl. I did that. That's on me that right there. And make sure everything you do is 100% because if you're not 100%, you're just going to be a sham, you know? So, yeah. I'm not gonna go in depth with like the swatches because I'm not even gonna like release this, but this is just like a little test to show you guys. Um, you can go over here, edit the tags, and that's basically it. I just want to save it. Um, so now I'm just gonna hop in game. Okay, guys, so this is Young Plastic. Um, I renamed her Plastic Mentor. So yeah. Um, we just need to find it. Any day now. On top. Here it is. Okay, guys, bird. Y'all like it? Dislike if you don't. JK, don't do that. My feelings would get hurt. But guys, this is basically it. I feel like every creator elevates as I guess they practice. Practice makes perfect. That's all I have to say. Um, I just really wanted everyone to learn how to make good custom content because I know when I was first starting, it was very, very, very hard for me. And yeah. So I really hope this video helped you guys. Um, Leave a comment below if you have any problems or concerns. Leave a like if this video helped you. Make sure you guys click all the links below because yeah. Bye.